Check out our tail of the tape for our co-main event here on Fight Island. Nogueira is more senior by 6 years. At 6'2", he is taller than Shogun by an inch, but it's the Hall of Famer Shogun that will have the slight reach advantage. With these introductions, here's Joe Martinez.
And now, fight fans, we are set to go 3 rounds. This in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. His background, jiu-jitsu and boxing. At 6 feet 2 inches tall, he weighed officially 206 pounds. In 32 professional fights, his record, 23 victories with 9 defeats. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here is Antonio Rogério Minotauro Nogueira. And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. A Muay Thai fighter standing 6 feet 1 inch tall. Also weighing in officially 206 pounds, this veteran holds a record of 26 victories, 11 defeats, and 1 draw, presenting the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world from Curitiba, Brazil, Mauricio Shogun. And your referee in charge of the action is Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard is our octagon official for this one. There he is, Antonio Rogério Nogueira. Said that this is his last one and there was only one suitable candidate for it, that man, Shogun Rua. For LittleNog, it all comes down to this. This fight clock is brought to you by the US Army. We see Shogun in the white, as if you need reminding, and Nogueira in the black. Southpaw versus Orthodox.
Nogueira's well aware of the dangers of Shogun, the power kicking that he's got, and that tenacious Muay Thai style. But Nogueira also knows that both times he's fought to Shogun, he's caught him in the early rounds and he's hurt him both times. Nearly got it finished.
Nogueira said he knows that Shogun's a good kicker and he hits hard, good right hand, and he learnt that he's got great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. But he has been working on lots of boxing himself, getting his takedown defense sharp.
Shogun's going to look to come with that lead hook in a second. I think Nogueira knows it, which is why he's circling away from it. There's been a couple of times Shogun's postured that left hook, and I think he's going to try and use that inside low kick to circle him towards it. Already some bruising on the inside of the knee from Nogueira as well.
Yeah, well, you just hear the sound of those inside kicks from Shogun.
Not many people have a Pride and a UFC belt sitting at home, and then a Hall of Famer statue as well.
Yeah, I mean, insane status here between these two guys.
You know what was crazy in that first fight? 2005 Pride Critical Countdown. Shogun was the young guy coming out of shootbox, and Vanderlei Silva was the main guy.
Right.
And it very, very quickly turned the tables, and Shogun started to rise really quickly. And his brother as well, Ninja, was an excellent fighter.
Yeah.
Shogun went on to win the middleweight Grand Prix after that bout.
There's still DVDs of these old Pride videos sitting somewhere in my mom's house back at home.
Dude, they're sitting on my shelf at home.
Yeah.
I got them out the other week. Yeah, I've been watching all the old Pride fights during lockdown. It's been really enjoyable to go back and go over them, and really appreciate where the sport's come from and how far it's come.
Shogun thundering in that big knee to the thigh. If we do turn it back 15 years, the body lock takedowns for Shogun were a thing of beauty that night. Over under control here from Nogueira. He's trying to pummel in, and they disengage.
The thing is as well, when you've got two guys like this that know each other so well. Oh! That was a good straight left from Nogueira.
Yeah, pierced the defenses of Shogun.
When you've got two guys that know each other so well and have such a diverse skill set, you do tend to get this kind of feeling out process, especially because they both know they can hurt each other so easily.
And Dan, how fierce was that rivalry between Brazilian top team and shooter box back in the day?
Oh, it was huge back in the day. I mean, obviously, it's kind of petered out a little bit now, and these guys have got a lot more respect.
Sure.
I mean, they've matured a lot, but that, you know, when they faced each other the first time, they were young men. They were in their late 20s. And there was a lot of pride on the line because MMA was still growing. Oh, there we go. I missed that. You know, there was a lot on the line between these two teams. There was a lot of bragging rights, and they both wanted to prove that not only they were the better fighter, but that their team was the best team. And that animosity ran deep, but you can see the respect between these two guys now. Now Shogun's on his bike, trying to get Nogueira to come at him.
Nogueira's got Shogun's respect from that left hand that got through. Ooh,
and again.
Hook. Oh.
Here we go.
Yes.
Is that straight left? Nogueira's coming forward. He's got to be careful, though.
Both times, and particularly the last time, Shogun was really badly hurt.
Nogueira's always wanted to compete here in the United Arab Emirates. He and his brother have gyms in Dubai as they exchange heavy shots. Oh,
stop!
Yes, he's backing up.
Oh,
who is in retreat?
My God, Dan, it's like every fight with these two, right?
I mean, we could have literally just ran these 3 fights back to back.
Oh, he's done it again.
Nogueira gets him in the first round, and Shogun gets him
down. You can just lift the script.
Right.
It's like if you're at home, you can just go watch the first or second fight right now, and you'd be watching the same thing.
Well, Nogueira will be hoping it's not the same result.
Yeah, that's true.
Last few seconds in this first round. Looks like we're going to see a second. Don't go anywhere.
Vem, respira, equilibra.
Breathe.
A gente não tem, respira, tá aqui com você. A gente não tem nenhum motivo para brigar com ele, né?
There's no reason to brawl with him.
Até porque ele tá dando só aquela de esquerda, direita,
Especially because he's just throwing the left and right, right and left. He's just throwing 2 punches. You don't have to go wild. Feint, he's lowering his head to throw. Throw your right, his head is low. You don't have to get in a brawl. The brawl is good for you. He doesn't have your technique. I'd give it to him. I'd give it to you, sir. Everything happened again. Work your fast hands.
Muda o nível, ok?
Change levels.
Muito bom, muito bom, muito bom.
Very good.
Muito bom, muito bom.
So check this out. Check this out. Just like the last time they faced each other and the first time, Nogueira lands a clean punch. We see Shogun reeling backwards against the fence, and Nogueira, all of a sudden, there's excitement in his eyes. He sees the victory's close, and he goes charging forward, and then Shogun gets the level change takedown.
We're into the second round. It is a lively left hand for Nogueira that is doing the damage. But Shogun Rua has a PhD in violence, 8 knockouts or TKOs, 14 knockdowns as well.
He also has a PhD in recovery as well. Yeah. It's amazing.
Just laughing at that tweet from Aljamain. He broke the street rules. No takedowns. Good.
Well, the last time they faced, Shogun won the second round with grappling. He was able to close the distance down, but the kicking game of Shogun is really what stands out all the way through the years, even back in the day.
Well, it sounds like he might have just broke every toe on that right foot with that kick.
Right. That was nice. Little feint with the kick and then close with hands. Good head movement by Nogueira, though.
I don't think he's got any nerve endings in his shins or feet anymore, though, has he? Eroded. Mahogany.
Mahogany shins. Got the old Thai boxing shins. He actually says Muay Thai down his shins, so you've got to take him seriously.
Both of these guys so mild-mannered, but this is steeped in history, this one. Yeah. It's almost not worth us talking about any of their recent fights, because this is just in isolation. This trilogy is just distilled down to this.
Oh. Nice kicks to the body from Shogun, but that straight left from Nogueira is getting through.
Yeah, they weren't quite as mild-mannered in 2005.
Good left hand. Oh, comes back.
And they're going to brawl. Oh,
he knocks him down.
That was a shoulder charge.
Saw that.
Yeah,
I like it.
Bumped him.
Very 2020.
Isn't it? He's going to move into rugby after this, I think. Beautiful head position here. Good control from Nogueira in the top position. Shogun's trying to get his guard back, and he does. He closes the guard. This is good for Nogueira, though. This is going to allow him to rain some shots down. Shogun's not necessarily known for his submissions off his back. One knee bar finish on his record.
He doesn't like to let you off that easily. No. He tends to do some face punching.
21 knockouts in 26 victories.
Oh, nice work. Old school body head.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Shogun trying to shrimp out Nogueira following him.
If you'd have told me when I was watching this 15 years ago that I'd be calling their trilogy match now.
In 2020?
Yeah. I mean, I was only 46 back then. Good work by Nogueira, elevating the legs. He's going to come down with a big shot in a moment. Thought about it. Shogun's going to scramble.
Great work here by Shogun to get back to his feet.
Here we go.
Really nicely done.
This is what we want to see anyway.
I feel like this deserves the Rocky music playing while they're fighting.
I think, yeah, we can make an exception.
Yeah, you also want an exception for head stops as well.
Yeah, I would like that for these guys.
Oh, level change from Shogun. The takedown defense from Nogueira. Driving his hips in, denies the takedown of Shogun. Beautiful work for Nogueira. This is a much better performance for him.
The flying ground and pound of Shogun. Oh, boy. Oh, lovely slip and rip.
And again, closes distance with the right hand. Inside low kick, bruised knee for Shogun.
Yeah, look at
Nogueira.
that knee, Dan. That is all bruised up already.
He's going to need some ice on that on the flight home. That's going to be throbbing.
Might have to pick out some of those mahogany splinters as well. So much fight knowledge inside that octagon right now. So many years of battles in the gyms.
Shogun's doing a bit better job here of hitting and not getting hit on the feet. Good body kick again.
Surprised Shogun doesn't go high with that kick. You see how low that left hand of Nogueira is.
Yeah.
They are missing by not a great deal.
Nogueira keeping the pressure on. Looks in great condition, Nogueira.
He said he'd been working out with the young lions in the gym and putting them in their place as well. King of the Jungle is not done yet.
Looking great for 44 years old.
I like the fact that both of these guys are older than me. Still gives me hope.
Yeah, right. And looking fit.
Looking good.
Last few seconds, we're going to see a round 3. Back in a mo.
Respira.
Breathe.
Respira, respira.
Breathe.
Mande de gelo nele, por favor.
Put some ice.
Filho, aí.
Very good.
Estamos na frente, vou campeão. Estamos
We're
bem.
ahead, okay?
Só ter atenção com a defesa.
Just be careful with your defense.
Okay, segura. Respira.
Much better.
Respira.
He's tired.
Respira.
Hit him and get out. Make him make mistakes. You have to feint.
Não soe o nariz mais, não soe o nariz.
Movement. Don't blow your nose.
Chuta na cabeça.
Kick his head.
Isso, chuta a cara dele.
You have to kick his face. Throw it.
Next Saturday, the UFC returns to Las Vegas for a massive middleweight showdown. Undefeated star Edmund Shabazian faces his toughest test to date in veteran knockout artist Derek Brunson. The entire night exclusively on ESPN Plus. Main card at 9 in the East. Prelims starts at 6. Third and final round in this trilogy bout between Shogun and LittleNog. It all comes down to this.
I think we've got a broken nose on Shogun, and I think he blew his nose between rounds because that swelling came up very quickly. Now it's gone down quite quickly as well, which is quite amazing. I mean, he's got the healing powers of Wolverine. Oh, powerful inside low kick.
Man, yeah, he really is chopping that leg apart.
I wonder how much it's on Nogueira's mind that this is his last round of his career. I mean, what do you do with the last 5 minutes of your career?
Yeah. Well, that's for
knock Shogun out is what you do.
yeah, that's for the cornerman to encourage him.
But they're managing that balance between telling him that he's got to go out and get it and not running onto something that he doesn't need to.
Yeah, and still trying to be smart and win the fight at the same time, because it could be up.
And both
Good counter.
Both fighters are aware of this, of course. Nogueira knowing that he's got 5 minutes left, but Shogun also knows he's coming forward with his final 5 minutes.
Those body kicks just don't seem to, it doesn't even seem to be registering them. Just waiting for his opportunity to fire that left hand.
Yeah, that eye's looking pretty swollen now for Shogun. Good boxing, or a little dance there from Nogueira as he tried to set his feet. Both are embracing the warrior spirit.
Inside low kick again. Playing with the lead hand is Shogun. He knows that right hook's coming over around the lead hand to set up the left straight.
Well, look at the target areas, and we see Nogueira much preferring to target the head and body, but Shogun mixing things up, as we know he does so very well, particularly with the leg kicks.
I know we don't have a crowd in here, but we don't really need one. I mean, these corners are making enough noise as it is. We might as well be in Rio right now.
Jabbing away at the face is Nogueira. Shogun assuming the centre of the octagon, waiting for the right time to unleash some of his big weapons. That sounded like a pretty thudding body kick.
Half a round to go. Nogueira trying to pick his shots. Trying to walk Shogun onto something. Shogun trying to land something impactful. Oh, he's hurt. Shogun looked like he caught a right hook on the top of Nogueira's head there. Knocked him off balance for a moment.
Yeah, he's been throwing that fake kick to the body, coming back with the right hand.
But the Shogun corner said that they wanted a head kick out of him. I'm just trying to think of all the information that these guys have from their meetings and what's going through their minds at lightning speed right now.
Nogueira's landing that left hand really nice. He's waiting for Shogun to commit forward and then cracking him with it down the pipe. There it is again. Shogun counters with the left hook though.
It's so even right now in their outputs. It's what the judges are scoring as the most effective striking, whatever's doing more damage, I guess.
Cuffed him off the side of the head as he was moving forward.
Nice.
Little change for Shogun. Don't tell me we're going to get a guillotine attempt here, Paul Felder.
That would be nuts. No, he's out of it.
This is exactly what Shogun did at the end of the last fight, took him down. Got caught in a guillotine last time though. This time he's in half guard, he's got a minute to work.
Nogueira's got the lockdown on the right leg of Shogun. He's not really extending it out much, but it might slow the progression of Shogun.
And the difference between the two as well is that Shogun's still looking at continuing competition after this.
Yeah.
So he's going to make smarter decisions. He's going to try and get this victory on the scorecards regardless. Whereas Nogueira's the one that really wants this finish. He really wants the decision to go his way. Great work here by Shogun in the top position.
Yeah, varying up these strikes, trying to find ways to have that leather meet the face of Nogueira.
Nogueira go for the deep half here, trying to get a sweep going.
Famous for their deep half guard. Last 10 seconds. And it's a strong finish here for Shogun, who are in their trilogy fight. And there is the end of the round and of the trilogy. This one once again goes to the judges' scorecards. We will see who the winner is when we return. After tonight's main event, don't miss a recap of all the action on the UFC Fight Night post-show on ESPN+. Karen, Dan and Paul join me to break it all down after the main event, only on ESPN+. This isn't just any decision, it is a decision for the trilogy. Here is Joe.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards, and here are the totals. Judge Cartledge scores at 29-28, Hua. Judge Collette, 29-28, Nogueira. And Judge Leatherby, 29-28. Your winner by split decision, Mauricio Shogun Hua!
Well, it is a shutout in the trilogy, 3-0 for Shogun Hua. And look at the